I know a lot of people sitting here are going to make a lot of excuses to why the Knicks lost Game 4 of the NBA season. Here's the facts.
Are they good enough to win right now?
Wait. Let me give my take here, and I'm going to tell you. Here's the facts. Mike Brown is a new coach. This is a new rotation. This is not Tom Thibodeau's team. He's not playing 10 guys. He's playing 12. This is going to be a different team. They're going to run these rotations a little bit differently. Jalen Brunson isn't playing 42 minutes. He's not. Hart is not going to be playing 48 minutes. He's not. The direction of the New York Knicks this year is to get everybody healthy into the playoffs. Where the Knicks land, first, second, third, or fourth, makes no difference. What makes a difference is health. And that's why Mitchell Robinson is playing one game and not playing another game. Might not play 5 games in a row and then play 5 games after that. We don't know how they're going to move these rotations. And what Karl Anthony Towns did against Giannis really means nothing. It's Game 4 of the season. I know everybody's going to make a big deal out of this and try to point fingers that Karl Anthony Towns isn't any good. Karl Anthony Towns is a double-double player. Did Karl Anthony Towns play well against Giannis? No, he didn't. How many big men play well against Giannis? Giannis is still a top 5 player in the league. And what Milwaukee did in the offseason was give him nothing. Gave him nothing in the offseason. All they gave him is his 2 brothers. And maybe his sister. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see that. The fact is, Giannis is happy right now because they're 3-1. This is not a good roster. When you look at the rotation of this Milwaukee Bucks team, I would say 5 of their top 10 players wouldn't be starting or even on the second tier of another team's roster in the NBA. You know why they're winning? Because Giannis is playing his ass off in the first 4 games. When is it going to be enough where he's going to be worn out and drained? And if he doesn't play, how does Milwaukee win? We're going to sit here and we're going to compare the Knicks to Milwaukee because the Knicks are 2-2? There are a lot of teams 2-2 right now in the NBA. Guess what? The Chicago Bulls are 3-0. Does that mean they're going to win the NBA championship? Come on, guys. Giddey right now is averaging 19 points and 9 rebounds and 5 assists. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's close enough. Does that make Giddey an all-star? Come on, guys. Think logically here. The Giannis thought of where he's going at the trade deadline, who knows?
If the Knicks get Giannis, are they a championship team, contenders?
They're a championship contender right now.
You think that'll put them over the top?
Yeah. I think right now with the roster the Knicks have, I think this is good enough to get them to the Eastern Conference Championship and maybe the NBA Championship. How everything falls together with injuries in the Western Conference, only time will tell. And everybody keeps talking about this Reeves kid because LeBron James and Luka Doncic are hurt, and he's putting up these numbers. That's not going to mean a thing when those 2 guys come back.
Hey, what happened to Bronny James? Did he?
We're not talking about that right now. I don't want to get into Bronny James, Bronny Jr., Bronny Idiot, Bronny, dating Kobe Bryant's daughter, Natalie, or Natalia, whatever her name is. I don't want to hear about it. It's so ridiculous. The fact that Giannis went to the media after the game and said, they're trade rumors. That doesn't matter. That's a bunch of crap.
Well, what do you expect him to say?
It's a bunch of crap.
You're working for an owner and say, oh, yeah.
It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of rubbish. You're going to come out and everybody knows that's what you said in the offseason. You only want to play with the Knicks, and the Knicks didn't want to trade off a significant portion of their team for just Giannis. And who knows what it was. I don't know. I've heard it was like outrageously crazy. We're going to sit here right now and say because the Knicks lost Game 4 of the NBA season, we have to worry? Come on, guys. I'm not worried about the New York Knicks. The Knicks could go up 8 games. The Knicks could go up 8 games right now in the next couple of weeks.
Like the Yankees.
We're not talking about the Yankees. Let's get off the Yankees and Ohtani.
Like the Yankees.
Let's get off the Yankees and Ohtani.
They were up 10 games, right? What happened?
Let's talk about something else. We're not talking about the Yankees and Ohtani. We're talking about the Knicks. The Knicks could win 10 games in a row. They can win 8 games in a row. They could be the best team in the Eastern Conference. What does that tell me about what this team is, what the mentality of this team is? Only time will tell when we see them play in the playoffs. Nobody cares about the regular season. Nobody. In the NBA season, it's the least watched sports. You can ask anybody. Football is the most. Baseball is the second most in the regular season. Hockey's moving up. Basketball is the third.
Football's the first, right?
Yeah, football's the first. Right. Baseball's the second.
Well, they only played 7
There's 162 games, but that's not my argument here. I'm trying to make a point here. What I'm trying to say here is that we're 4 games into the season. We're talking about Karl Anthony Towns and playing crappy against Giannis. And the Knicks are 2-2. And the Knicks should be 4-0. And we can complain over and over and over again about this team. Jalen Brunson right now is an MVP candidate. OG Anunoby's playing well. Mikal Bridges is playing well. The whole team is playing well. They're getting Clarkson starting to play well off the bench, even though the first 2 games we didn't see much of him. This guy was the 6th man of the year at one point. Oh, one of the 6 man up for 6th man of the year. This is a good roster. And Mike Brown still has to figure out what his rotation's going to be, how it's going to work, how he's going to move Hart in. Remember, Hart's coming off the bench, something he hasn't done since he's been a Knick. He's coming off the bench. He's not 100% healthy right now because of the backaches and the back problems he has. We haven't seen the best of Josh Hart yet. We're going to sit here and make excuses because of game number 4 for the New York Knicks. Right now, you'd ask me who the top 5 teams in the NBA is. The Knicks are 3. You know I have number 1? OKC. They're the champions. You know who's number 2? The Cavaliers, even though the Knicks beat them. You know who's number 3? The Knicks. You know who's 4? The Golden State Warriors right now. They look good. You know who's number 5? Speedy, could you guess who I'm going to pick at number 5?
Who you're going to pick at number 5?
Number 5. Who's
Minnesota?
You're right. Mm-hmm. Those are the 5 best teams in the NBA. Knicks 2-2, who cares? Nobody cares. Yeah, it's horrible to watch the Knicks. They're up. They had 45 points in the second or third quarter.
45 in the second, and they 40 in the whole second half after that.
Yeah. In the second quarter, they had 45 points, and they looked like world beaters. And in the second half, they looked horrible. Who cares? Giannis is sitting pretty right now. You know why? Giannis got a smirk because he knows where he's going at the trade deadline. The only team that's going to be willing to give up pieces to bring him there, and that's the Knicks.
Why don't they bring him before the trading deadline?
They could have in the off season. The Knicks didn't want to trade the pieces. What's going to happen is Milwaukee's going to have to bite.
Giannis is a free agent coming up?
No, he's got another year. He's got 2 years.
What's he making? $80 million?
No,
54 and a half.
54 and a half. And I said this. They were asking for a significant portion of this team in this roster. Significant. The fact here is, when you look at this team in this roster, Milwaukee's going to realize this roster is not any good. They don't know it because they haven't really played anybody. And remember, it's usually in the middle, 25 games in is when teams start to know their rotations and they start playing a little bit better basketball. I'm going to tell you this right now. 25 games in the season, the Knicks are going to have probably 17, 18 wins. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're not this bad. And Mike Brown is going to implement his offense and his defense the way he sees fit. And for fans to go out there and attack the Knicks and Karl Anthony, guys, everything you put on social media affects the trade talks for Giannis. When you put up there and you're saying Karl Anthony Towns stinks, he's worthless, how are the Knicks going to be able to move him if they need to move him in the trade for Giannis? Think about that. You don't think the GM, you don't think the owner looks at social media? Of course they do. They all do. And if they tell you they don't, even Peter Alonso, who got rid of his social medias, you think he didn't have those Kevin Durant private Twitter accounts? Come on. He absolutely did. There's nothing fake about it. Now, you're going to ask me right now, are the Knicks a contender? Yes.
There we go.
Who was it?
Your boy, Kike Hernandez.
Hernandez. Here we go. What is it, 2-1?
My prediction? You want my prediction?
What's your prediction?
No. 9-2. The Dodgers are going to win.
Okay. Your prediction. All right.
Come on, all you fans out there, come on.
We're not even talking about baseball right now. We're talking about basketball.
I don't want to talk about Aaron Fudge anymore. Come on.
All right. Well, we don't have to talk about Aaron Fudge because somebody's going to bang you over, and that might not be Aaron Judge. It might be Shohei Ohtani. And by the end of this show, you might be bleeding out of your ass by the time that happens. The fact here is, I don't care what Vegas says. I don't care what the odds are saying. The fact here is, I believe that the Knicks have a bona fide MVP on this team this year. I think they have a good coach. I think this team has nothing to worry about. This is one of the better rotations we've seen the Knicks have. They're still implementing these guys into the rotation. And I think we're going to see the best of the New York Knicks 25 games into the season. So Giannis coming out and saying he doesn't care about these rumor talks and everything. I'm telling you right now, you can book it. If he becomes available, he's a Knick. He's not going to be a Hawk. He's not going to be a Raptor. He's not going to be any of those teams. He's going to be a Knick. He doesn't want to play for the Hawks, and he doesn't want to play for the Raptors. He wants to play for a championship team. Are the Hawks winning a championship with Giannis? The answer, no. Are the Raptors winning a championship with Giannis?
Why would he want to go there?
No.
He wouldn't want to go to any of those teams.
First of all, they're going to have to trade R.J. Barrett and Quickly and all those other guys. How is Giannis winning with that roster? At least with the Knicks, if the Knicks trade OG Anunoby and Robinson and McBride and a couple of draft picks and maybe another player to be named, they still could win because they have Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, Hart. The fact here is, if he gets traded, and I'm going to tell you, you can book this, guys. Remember I said this. Put this up as the remix. If he goes or he is available at the trade deadline, it's only the Knicks. Only the Knicks. The Knicks will be trading against themselves. Book it.